everybody! I'm here today to talk to you about 8 horrible things to never do as a beginner driver. In this video, I will specifically be outlining 8 simple things that are absolutely horrible, especially if you are a beginner driver. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Thing number 1 is stop practicing. You should never, ever stop practicing. And this is especially true when you are a beginner driver, because that's when your practicing will be the most effective. Because if you're a beginner driver, you are fresh, you are ready, you are wanting to learn. And your practicing will be more effective now because it will build a positive habit. If I go and tell someone who's had their license for 50 years to practice parallel parking, they're probably going to tell me no way. But as a beginner driver, if you build that positive habit, it will stick with you for your entire driving career. Number 2 is drive distracted. You should never drive distracted. It's a horrible thing to do in general, but it's especially horrible if you are a beginner driver, because you are at the lowest experience level that you will ever be at in your driving career. So if you drive distracted and you combine it with having a very low driving experience level, it could create a disastrous situation. Number 3 on this list is think that you are super experienced. I see this happening all the time with beginner drivers. They get their license and all of a sudden they're the best driver in the world because they passed their driving test. When you pass your driving test, all that it means is that you just passed your driving test. It's literally as simple as that. It's a great accomplishment and I congratulate you for that. However, you are not super experienced. Believe me, you have a lot to learn. I am still learning as a driver and I've had my license for many years. So you have to understand and have humility to know that you are not super experienced, that you are indeed a beginner driver. And to think that you are super experienced when you're actually a beginner is actually a really horrible thing to do, and you should definitely never do it. Number 4 on this list is start breaking the road rules. That's right. You know, you get your license, all of a sudden you're rolling through stops, you're flying past the speed limit, weaving in and out of traffic, not looking at the road signs. You know, it says no right on a red light. You're like, you know what? I got my license. Let's hook the right on the red light. No, that's not a good thing to do, because once again, those are habits. If you make it a habit as a beginner driver to not use your signal, well then guess what? You know, as you have your license, you're still not going to signal, right? So as a beginner driver, you have to continue obeying the road rules and set the standard, set the precedent. I definitely didn't say it right the first time. Set the precedent for actually having your license and being a great driver down the road. As a beginner driver, you have to set those standards and positive habits for yourself. So just don't start breaking the road rules. It's a horrible thing to do. Number 5 is go far out of your comfort zone. Now, as a beginner driver, your comfort zone is probably going to be pretty limited, and that's totally understandable, and that's actually a good thing, that you are only comfortable in a limited way as a beginner driver. And I do encourage you to go out of your comfort zone, but not far out of your comfort zone. You want to inch your way out, because it's not like, you know, in life, like you're afraid to do something, but it's an irrational fear. If you're afraid to drive on the highway and you just got your license, it's probably because you don't know to drive properly on the highway yet. So don't just go drive on the highway for 3.5 hours. That wouldn't be a good idea. Go on the highway maybe for 1 exit, okay? Like travel on the highway just for 1 exit, then maybe 2 exits, then maybe 10 exits, and continue increasing. So going far out of your comfort zone is actually not a good idea at all. Number 6 on this list is drive a car without being familiar with it. Now, I've had my license for many years and I teach a lot of driving tutorials on my videos, as you've probably seen, or hopefully you will see. Hit that subscribe button, smash that like so you can see more videos like this on a side note. But basically, I still would not be comfortable just getting in a brand new car and just driving it. You gotta learn the specifics of the car, the buttons, the levers, what everything does, and also how it actually handles and performs. Every car is going to be different. So with that being said, you know, driving a car while not being familiar with it is an absolutely horrible thing to do. And especially as a beginner driver, you shouldn't do that. But no matter what driving level you're at, you should definitely not do that. Okay, number 7 on this list is not pay special attention to the road conditions. Okay, sorry, I thought I heard a weird sound. It's actually just some people walking and screaming. It sounded a little bit like a siren. That's why it threw me off, but it wasn't. So number 7, once again, is not paying special attention to the road conditions. If you don't pay special attention to the road conditions, that's one of the worst things that you can do, and that's like definitely a cause for an accident. You literally have to go and see what the road conditions hold, okay? And you have to adjust your driving and the way that you're driving according to those road conditions. Meaning if it starts snowing outside, all of a sudden, you're gonna have to slow down. If it starts raining outside, you're gonna have to increase your following distance and all of the above. Take your turn slower. Make sure that your maneuvers are a bit smoother, okay? Have some smoothers maneuvers. Now, with that being said, if you don't adjust your driving to the road conditions, if you drive the same all the time, like guaranteed, you're probably going to get into an accident in the near future. It's just the way that it works. Last but not least is number 8 on this list, which is value your coolness over your safety. Now, as a beginner driver, I know you're like, what? I look so cool. Let's just cruise like this, a nice slow speed. And it's great to look cool and to feel cool and to feel accomplished. There is nothing wrong with that. But to do things that make you look cool that are unsafe is literally probably the worst thing that you can do as a beginner driver. It's probably literally the number 1 worst thing. I don't know why I put it last on the list, because it's probably the worst thing, but that's just when I came up with the script, that's just what I came up with. But basically, you want to value your safety and the safety of everyone around you above any level of coolness. It's okay to look cool. Hey, listen, I look cool. I'm actually in my pajamas. You can probably see, well, it was a secret up until now, but I'm in my pajamas over here. Of course I look cool. I got let's see if we can pull this up over here just for fun. I don't know if I can really get it up here, but we got my sandals along with my socks. You can't really see that, but you gotta look cool. Of course you gotta look cool, but your safety and the safety of those around you has to come first. It's as simple as that. And that's it. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.